Hey guys, today I'm going to take a look at the brand new LEGO City Harbour set, and I'm very excited about this one because it's the first LEGO City Harbour set we've had since 2011. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Hold up a minute, I've noticed this box looks a little bit different. Instead of having tabs on the side, there's tabs all around it? So now that I've cut the tabs, let's flip the box over and open it up in this new way. And let's see if I can do it one-handed. Probably not. Ta-da! And oh, look at that, we have paper bags as well. So this new way of opening the box does seem rather different, doesn't it? But actually, I kind of like it. And underneath all our paper parts bags, we have some plastic bags with some larger parts in it. So I guess not everything is transitioned over yet. And there's some parts for the boat. But it is good to see that the instructions and sticker sheet are safely protected inside this envelope here. I like it when LEGO does this, so thank you. So we've got 9 numbered bags, plus the 2 extra bags with some larger parts in it. 4 different instruction booklets, so you can get together with friends or family and build it all together. And there's 1 large sticker sheet with some interesting graphics. This set has got 1,226 pieces, and here in the UK it's got a retail price of £95. But if you're lucky enough to get it on a discount like I did, even better, because I paid a lot less than that, which is always a good thing. Now, although this set is called Harbour, it's not really all harbour, although I guess it depends on what you define a harbour as, because you've got your big gantry crane here and your cargo ship, but then you've got your beachfront and seaside area. To me, they probably shouldn't have been so close to each other, but I'll talk about that later on. First things first, as you can see, it is a brick-built hull, so it doesn't use the kind of single-piece ones that LEGO have used previously, which they also used for the last Harbour set, which came out about 13 years ago. So it doesn't float, which is a bit of a shame because that's kind of been part of the fun, especially for the younger audience, where you could play with this in a pool or in the bathtub, which you could still do it with this one, although eventually the water's going to get in and it's going to sink. So unless you want to recreate the Titanic, I probably wouldn't recommend playing with this in the water. But then again, on the other hand, some people do prefer the whole brick-built experience of really putting it together using these specialised pieces for the front and the back there, and then using some other regular bricks and plates and things for the rest of the construction. But it is also a little bit small, and I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe it's just a picture on the box art that looks squashed or something, which I still kind of think it does look a bit squashed on there, but no, it is quite small. As you can see by the size of the shipping containers here, you can only fit 2 of them on. This is the standard 6x10 size of shipping container, which LEGO have used for a very long time in the city sub-theme now. So you can put different cargo on there, and you do get a couple of bits included, which can fit in there. I'll show you those in a moment, but that's a bit of a shame that you can only fit 2 of them in there. And even then, it is a very snug fit. If you take them out, you've got a nice kind of big area, open area is connected to the bottom there. Otherwise, it's sealed all around the other edges. So you could put other bulk cargo in there if you wanted to, but otherwise you've only got these. To put inside these shipping containers, you have these 2 very small kind of jet skis and mini power boat, which you can sit a single minifigure in each one, and you can pop those in the container, so they can just sit on those studs there, so it's easy to take them out, and they just sit in there like that, and then obviously you can use your crane to lower them in. But there's a bit of a catch, which I'll show you when we go onto the crane. Otherwise, it feels like a bit of a waste. I was hoping for some kind of more classic style cargo, like some boxes or some fuel containers or something, but I suppose having the mini vehicles is something extra you could play with. And if we just do a quick size comparison between this current one and the LEGO City Harbour cargo ship from 2011, which I had, as you can see, I don't currently have it built, but you know, this set is quite old and I'll have to piece it together one day. I probably should have done that before doing this size comparison, but this uses the single piece unitary hull, which can go in the water, it can float. So if I put them back to back, you can see that the new cargo ship is a lot smaller. It's not as long, and this one could float, so that lacks that. But they are about the same width. And if this new cargo ship was the same length as the old one, you could definitely fit at least 1 more container in there, maybe even a second one as well. So you could have 4 in total instead of just 2. There is space for minifigures to be in the cab, which is pretty much exposed all apart from the front windshield and then the back where you've got your smokestack. So it's all open air. Got a steering wheel, a place for your coffee mug, and obviously it's pretty easy to get access to the minifigures as well, but you can lift up the top. You can kind of reach down, although I don't really know how that's going to help getting access in there, but you know, it opens up. And then below that, which you can easily remove, is just the engine. There is no kind of sleeping quarters or break room or anything. It's just the engine compartment, and there's some space either side, so you could probably put some minifigure accessories down there, but you're not going to fit a minifigure. You can easily remove the engine, And then that's just kind of what's left underneath. And as you can see, there's a little bit of light showing through, so if you put this in water, it's easily going to fill in. But once again, it's a very snug fit, and you know, once you took this engine piece out, it's again there we go. So it's a bit of a snug fit, but it does go in. It's just a shame because I feel like that's maybe a bit of a wasted storage compartment. But there is another one at the front as well, so you can lift this up here. And another thing, there's no anchor for the ship, so how are you supposed to dock it, huh? And it does use stickers for details, so you've got the 2 stickers here, cargo with the logo, another one up here, and the same on the other side. And this is what it looks like with a minifigure inside, so you can just about see through the glass there, and you can put a couple more in there as well. This boat uses the new reddish orange colour, which was first appeared in the LEGO City space sets, and it's a very high contrast between this new reddish orange and the dark green here. Not the colour scheme I would have picked. Personally, I think it's a little too harsh on the eye, but maybe that's just me, although it is nice to get this new colour in some more parts. Moving on from the ship, let's focus on the crane now, which again is the only other Harbour-y thing about this whole set actually, is the fact that you've got something big enough that can lift those containers off and on the ship. But the overall design, I think, is pretty perfect. I love the red colour scheme they went for, and the white. It's clear, it's visible. It looks as realistic as it would for a LEGO City style set, you know, a big type of crane like this. I do quite like it. Obviously you can move this back and forth, you can raise and lower the chain there to hook onto your containers, and there's spots down here to store 2 of them nicely so they can both sit on the dock. And around here we've got a couple of controls to suggest how this crane can be operated, a couple of barriers to keep clear. And this thing is really solid, as you can see, using these Technic beams here, it's kind of built into the ground, and it's got a couple of Technic pins here, because you can see, where's the rest of it? One thing that this set does really well is its connectivity, how you can take apart different modules and rearrange them with the Technic pins. I like the nice use of the tyres here to kind of act as buffers to stop the ship crashing into it. Stickers used for the hazard stripes here and on here. And as you can see, the 2 containers just fit ever so snugly in between the legs of the crane here. And it is almost too snug because there's not enough wiggle room. Like, you really have to line this up perfectly. It was annoying me to an extent, so I feel like maybe the younger audience would probably get a bit frustrated with it as well, especially when you try and lift it up with the crane here. So let's move this back, lower it down. Now, you might get lucky where the hook just goes straight into the loop on the container, but otherwise, you just have to get involved and use your hand there. Oh, let's lower that a little bit more. So yeah, that wants to move. Get in there. Right, there we go. We're in. Now let's tighten that back up, and then we can raise this again, and it is just barely enough space to go over the other container here. Look at that. It's so close. There is very little clearance between the other one, so I feel like the crane should have been just a little bit taller. And obviously you can move that and lower it back onto the ship. You don't get any truck to lower it onto, so once it's on the pier, that's it. And there's not even any other sets out at the moment which can kind of tie into this. Maybe there will be for the later half of the year, but I doubt it. You would have thought just to have a cargo truck to come and take these containers away somewhere would have been a good set, either to include with a harbour or as a standalone set which you can get to incorporate, but that's just not here at the moment. And if we bring the ship back in, now this is where I'm a little bit confused, because how and where is the ship supposed to park essentially whilst you're loading and unloading? Because the containers for the crane are orientated this way, but for the ship they need to be orientated the other way. And well, sure, you can just turn it, but yeah, I don't know. And there's not enough room for the ship to dock. Once you connect the rest of the set to the crane as intended by the instructions in the box art, it gets very crowded. Okay, so I've connected the set back together, brought the ship in to lower it into this bay here, and look how close it is to this pier. It is practically touching it. So if the ship goes forward anymore, it's going to crash into the pier and get in the way of your minifigures enjoying the beach. Oops, I knocked over the little binoculars. So I feel like there should have been just a bit more of this boardwalk here, just to extend it further away, or a bit more of the pier for the cargo ship. Because otherwise, yeah, it's very close. And another nitpick, yeah, you got 2 containers, your crane can go back and forth, but it can't go side to side. So how am I meant to get it into the other one? I have to actually move the ship. Sure, that's not very realistic. Yes, I know it's LEGO City. Yes, I know it's a kid's toy, but, you know, if this crane could go side to side as well, if it was on wheels at the bottom or something, that would be amazing. Of course, we would need a whole extra section of pier for it to happen, and that's where I think this set should have been split into 2. We should have had a dedicated cargo harbour area, and then a dedicated kind of beachfront marina thing, which they did Last time LEGO did a Harbour set back in City, back in 2011, we had our Harbour and we had our Marina as two separate sets. I think putting these two together here, it's just compromising a bit too much. But anyway, enough of the complaints. Let's lower this container and get it into the ship. So you can see, oh, I'm lowering it down. Oh, it wants to spin, so I have to use my other hand here. Okay, now let's line it up. Oh, back down. Oh, grab all of that. And then it's such a snug fit to fit in there. Oh, now it's stuck on something. There we go. Yeah, it is very snug. It just fits. I can feel the parts rubbing against each other as I'm pushing them in. And that's the same with trying to put them in this little holding area on the pier there. It's such a snug fit. I feel like it needed a breathing area of like even half a stud on all sides would have been nice, but there is none. It's so, well, yeah, you can see how tight that fit is. Am I complaining? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Do you want to support this channel even more? Well, why not become a channel member? Channel members get exclusive early access to videos, priority reply to comments, little custom emojis that you can use as well, membership badges for passing milestones, and a whole lot more. So check it out. And any money we earn from channel memberships will be directly put into the channel so we can buy more LEGO, because we all know that can be expensive. And if this channel reaches 2,000 subscribers, we're hosting a LEGO giveaway. So one lucky person will win 3 LEGO sets. Check out more details on our community tab. But yeah, let's get to 2,000 subscribers. And now for the beachfront part of the set. I like what they did here. I really like this lamppost build. This is very nice. It's kind of an old school, old fashioned lamppost, but it's something I would definitely see down a seafront, especially one near me. And then this little sign, I will just take this off. It does use a sticker, but even the build, the angle edit, I've seen things just like this, giving you a little map of where you are and what's around you. It was just such a nice added detail. It's nice they gave us a little crab down there hiding away, and the use of the transparent clear wedge cheese slopes to kind of act as the water crashing against the harbour. Got a life preserver again on a very simple build using a rather old LEGO piece actually, but it works. I've seen things just like this. And we've also got a nice bench so people can stop, have a break. These two banners here on the lamppost are stickers, but they feature advertisements for some other LEGO City sets. So here we've got the go-kart set, and this one is the robot mech from the new roller coaster set, which came out the same day as this one on June 1st. And then on the other side, we've got our little restaurant and shop, essentially what's going on here. So we've got, well, it's a bit of everything. And again, I've seen things just like this down the seafront where it's a shop that does a little bit of everything. You can get some ice creams or have a snack upstairs. And I think this is where the story ties together between the cargo aspect and the beachfront, where you can do some renting of these small little jet skis and boats. So you got the prices on there, on that sticker piece. And we got some more of that continued boardwalk with the same chain link fence and a mini wooden pier as well. So if I just take that off for the moment, and we can take a closer look at the restaurant and shop. So downstairs you can get some ice cream and other refreshments and also rent your water sports equipment. You've got a board there with a paddle around the back, and I believe that's intended to represent a paddle board, hence the board and the paddle, but you could use it as a surfboard if you wanted to as well. No cash register or anything here though, so I'm not sure how you'd pay. This little bar piece holds onto a life jacket and you get plenty of those in the set. And upstairs is just a nice place to enjoy some food. Looks quite fancy there with your glasses and your bottle. And they are enjoying a nice seafood platter, which was a sticker piece. Seating for 2, and otherwise that's it. But the outside is where the details really are, with this nice pillaring around the windows here. Got the ship's wheel on top, a couple of flags. Good sticker piece for the crab there to represent the restaurant. Perhaps it is only a 3-star restaurant. And those flowers are the same ones from the boardwalk. And it's a nice use of these dark red paddle fin pieces as well. A staircase leading up, so you have got access. You don't have to imagine how your minifigures suddenly jump up there. This mini build for the binoculars on the stand, it's so simple, but again, I've seen things just like this down the beach. I really like it. And there you've just got a basket of fish from the fisherman. And then underneath the stairs, you've got a shower to wash off from all the salty seawater and the sand, with some steps leading down to this very small beach. But you've got a towel on the floor so somebody can be sunbathing down there, and a parasol to keep them protected from the sun. It's just a nice little add-on. Sure, it's small, but it's better than nothing. And then here's that very small pier with another barrel and a fish in it. And it's nice use of those round 1x1 wood tiles as well to give that more added detail. As I've mentioned throughout this video, one of the things I love about this set is the fact how each little thing can be its own section. You can rearrange them. So I'm going to take it all apart in their sections and rearrange it to show you that it doesn't have to be how the box art says. One option is that you could pretty much mirror the set and have it the opposite way, and I almost like it better this way. Although I think the crane is just too close. Like, I like this. I like the boardwalk continuing on, but then you have the harbour. That really isn't working for me personally, how close it is to everything else. Or if you want to make it feel even more cramped, you could have it this orientation. So if I move the ship out, you can see what I've done here. I've connected the boardwalk to where the pier was, and then the crane on that side as well, and put the little mini pier down here, which looks so tiny down the back, and I moved the beach around the side of the shop. I think that works nicely. I like that. But yeah, the crane does not work being so close to the beachfront. I think what I wouldn't mind is if the crane could just be level with the rest of the boardwalk, because it can't with the way it's designed. You've only got the Technic brick at the back, and yeah, you can easily modify it to put that at the front instead and then connect it here. Because then I feel like that makes, I just feel like it looks a little bit better. It can make a bit more sense. Your ship can actually kind of come in and dock fully now. It looks a bit better to me, but it's just not meant to be that way according to the instructions. But that's where, you know, really taking the set into your own hands can play in, and literally just move that brick to the front, connect it that way, or not even connect it with Technic pins, just line it up. I feel like this looks a lot better. And lastly, if we take a good look at the minifigures, here we have our two harbour workers, both showing the same legs and torsos, and both have a white helmet as well. She does have the hairpieces moulded in, and they both come with a walkie-talkie accessory. Here we have who is supposed to be the cargo ship driver, the captain of the ship, with a nice kind of woolly jumper on, a spanner to do some repairs on the engine, and another hat with some hair moulded into it. And here we have just a regular beach dude, nice torso print. I think that's new, I haven't seen that one before personally, with some dark blue legs, and the very kind of old school Lego City Star face now, with that nice windswept hair as well. Next up we have the lady who's running the shop. Nice appropriate uniform there with the coin as an accessory piece. And maybe it's just me, but I feel like her face print looks a bit young to have grey hair. Who am I to judge? Maybe it's a fashion choice, or maybe she's just aging rather gracefully. Next up we have Santa Claus on his day off. Oh wait, no, this is just a regular fisherman dude, right? Even though he does reuse the face print from the Lego Santa Claus minifigure. That's nice to see, with some overalls there, nice woolly hat on to keep his head warm. Does have a fishing rod, but no string, so I don't know how you're meant to catch any fish with it. That's a bit of a disappointment, Lego. Why couldn't we have the fishing rod with the string? And lastly, we've got a couple of kids. This one does use the same hairpiece from the new CMF Space Series. The guy with the brown suit and the kind of antenna sticking out his head. As you can see, there's the slot there. So it's nice to see that hairpiece getting used in more sets. With a modern version of a classic Lego torso print there, that's nice to see. And lastly, we've got this girl here with a net. I'm guessing she's trying to catch the crab. I don't know what else she'd be trying to catch. It would have been nice if the set came with a seagull, actually. Yes, that's a missed opportunity, Lego. Why don't we get any seagulls in this set? Again, another new torso print, I think. I haven't seen that one before. There's some nice detailing on the back. Only these four figures have alternate faces. The kids look a little bit scared and worried. Perhaps they're a little concerned that the massive cargo ship's about to crash into their tiny little beachfront area. Oh, I'd be pretty worried too. The shopkeeper there, she looks very happy. Nice day for her, I guess. Good business. And then the captain of the ship, yeah, she's not looking too happy either. So, maybe she hasn't got enough space to park her big boat. And I forgot to mention, Lego did include a hairpiece for this dude. So if he wants to take his helmet off, he doesn't have to have no hair. He can get one of these. This set also comes with 5 of the life jackets there, so not enough for every minifigure, but it's quite a few of them. And there was a lot of spare parts in this set, mostly just 1x1 stuff, the usual, but I didn't expect quite this much, and there's also a brick separator included as well. But I guess the all-important question is it worth it? Do you get good value for money here? And do you know what? I think you do, especially once you've taken everything and broken it down into the little individual models, all the minifigures and everything else you get, the big builds with the boat and the crane, the nicer builds with the beachfront stuff. I do think this is value for money. But of course, I would always encourage waiting for a discount, because I bought it on a discount. It can be done. I don't think any Lego set is worth paying full price, especially in today's economy where everything is just so expensive. Definitely wait. Don't rush out and buy it unless you really want to. But even then, I wanted it day one. I bought it day one and I got it for 20% off, so I can't complain about that. But yeah, now that I think about it, there definitely should have been at least one seagull included in this, right? It's the perfect set for it. We don't get enough of those in Lego sets. My favourite thing about it has to be the big crane. The ship is okay, but we've had better in the past. I really like the beachfront stuff. I just wish it was its own set. and I think we got a good number of minifigures. So what do you guys think about this set? Tell me in the comments, I'd love to know. I do still feel like it should have been 2 sets with a Harbour and like a little beachfront set separately. That way we could have got more of both of them, but that's just me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time for another LEGO review. Bye for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel or on one of my other channels as well. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends.